Hi. Come in, please. How are you doing? Good. Okay, and what kind of suit? Well, it's funny because when people come in to buy a suit, they forget that the event or the occasion is what defines the kind of suit that you want to be buying. Listen, you're in safe hands. I've been doing this for a very long time. I've tailored and I fit suits. I own this place, and we're fairly small, but we're very passionate about making our customers look as absolutely fantastic as they possibly can, and maybe a little bit more than that. Sure. Okay. Okay, if it's for a black tie event, dinner dance, okay, is it with work? It's charity, okay. Okay. And are you looking for the whole suit? Just jacket and trousers, okay. It's fine. Did you have an idea of what kind of color scheme you want to go for? Tell you what, we'll come back to that. I need to get you measured up. Don't worry. It's fine. What I will say, before we get into taking any measurements, try and relax. Drop your shoulders. Breathe out. Don't hold your breath in, because it's only going to make you less comfortable and the suit won't fit the way it should. Okay. Don't worry, as I said. People come in to buy a suit, and some of them have a very clear and concise idea of what they want to look and how they want to look. And that's fine. But the majority of people come in not knowing how loud a suit can speak for them. Okay? Now, if you're at a black tie event, you want to be catching eyes, but not turning heads. Okay? So we'll get something that's elegant, stylish, but doesn't scream ostentatious. Okay? Good. Something that reflects you as a person. That might sound a little bit too deep and philosophical for a suit, but you'd be surprised. People see the way we dress and our demeanor before they see us as a person. So we want to try and match that representation perfectly. Good. Okay. I need to take your measurements, get your chest, your arm length, leg length, arm from elbow to wrist. And once we've got you measured up, as I said, we'll go through kind of fabric we're looking for, what kind of style we're trying to portray. Do you need cufflinks? Okay, we'll get to cufflinks as well. So jacket, trousers, cufflinks, belt. You have a belt at home, okay? It's fine. Okay, let's get you measured up. Don't worry, this won't take long. Okay, let me start with measuring for the jacket, so we'll get your chest size. Just let me wrap this around your chest. To measure the suit jacket, we want the largest portion of the chest, just under the armpits. There we go. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, we take the widest portion. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Now, if you can turn around, I'm just going to place this little end of the tape measure onto the bone at the base of your neck, that little knobbly bone. I'm going to place that there. And I'm just going to exactly go to the end of your shoulder blade. Okay. Just relax. There we go. Okay, good. That's fine. Perfect. Okay, let me do both sides, because it is not impossible for human beings to have different lengths, shoulder lengths. I've seen it happen before. Again, little metal button will be in the base of There we go. And just let me run the tape measure to the end of your shoulder. There we go. Fine. Okay. Now, we'll get your waist. Now, as a fairly accurate rule, the chest size is almost always 6 inches larger than the waist size. So, for example, if you were 36 in the chest, you would be a 30 waist. It's just human philosophy. I nearly said philosophy. It's human physiology. But we belt and braces, as we say. We just double check. Just wrap this around you. Again, just breathe normally. Okay. Now we want the suit jacket to. That's fine. I mean, we're not fitting a shirt for you anyway, so. Suit jacket with its top button fastened, you should be able to get one finger in, and it should be tight without being too restrictive. If you can get your finger in the gap and it's very loose, chances are pretty good that the suit jacket is just too big for you. If it's really quite tight, then chances are the jacket's just a little bit on the tight side. Quite often, people will come in and they'll buy a suit, and in even the space of a year, they'll stop exercising or they'll start exercising, and these little changes of an inch or two really impacts how the suit and the shirt will sit on your body. We measure for a reason, okay? You'd be surprised at how a suit will not look great if it's not perfectly tailored to your body and its body size. So an inch either side makes all the difference. So if you plan on taking up a sport the next couple of weeks before your charity event, let me know. Or if you planning on stopping exercising altogether. No, I'm just kidding. Good. Okay. Let me get your leg length, outside and inside leg, and then I said we'll start discussing some ideas for what kind of fabric and what kind of trim we want. The exciting part. Good. Okay. Just stand together with your legs very slightly apart. Good. That's fine. Okay. Oh, your legs are quite long, actually. That's fine. That's why we measure. Even after 20 years of tailoring and suit fitting, people can still surprise me. Okay, let's get inside leg. Okay. Good. It's fine. Okay. Now, because obviously nearly every suit we have in the store are made by our own tailors. We have a tailoring team, and because you're quite run of the mill with your sizes, we'll have everything we need in stock. Anything that doesn't fit or doesn't look the way I and you think it should, our tailor will obviously adjust it completely free of charge. Good. Okay, so what are we thinking? Did you have a particular shirt picked out? Sometimes, we have our eyes fixated on, we want to wear that shirt. Ordinarily, you pick the suit and then you pick the shirt to match. But if you had a shirt picked out, okay. Here's what I'm thinking. Let's try and put some meat to these bones. Just from having spoken to you for these 5-10 minutes, you seem like a very nice person. Confident once you start feeling confident, if that makes any sense. Yeah, you're not outlandish from the get-go. Kind of take time to feel comfortable, and once you're comfortable with your surroundings, okay. So here's what I'm thinking. White shirt, which is what you had originally suggested. Pressed white shirt. I was considering pinstripe suit, but I'm thinking black. Charcoal black. plain charcoal black trousers. But just to save us kind of fading into to the ordinary, I'm thinking Italian silk on the lapel. Italian silk, that'll look good. Italian silk stripe down the leg. It's pretty standard for black tie events. 4 buttons, 4 and 2. 4 on the cuff, 2 on the waist. Again, it's pretty standard black tie event attire. Charcoal black with a silk lapel. I do like the silk trim on the pockets on the lapel, and silk on the stripe down the leg. Okay, now cufflinks. You said you wanted to buy some cufflinks. Okay, I'll tell you what, let me show you the suit that I have in mind first. If you like it, then we can discuss the cufflinks too. The cufflinks will send off your shirt and your suit perfectly, so we want to get the cufflinks right. It's cufflinks are, and of course brown shoes. That was kind of a given, but good, brown shoes. Fairly simple belt, nothing too large, and again, nothing too ostentatious. Okay, let me just grab the suit that I have in mind. Okay. Now this is what I have in mind. Charcoal black. Four on the wrist. Now this Italian silk. It's very, very soft. It'll even catch the light. If there's any kind of disco ball or disco lights for the dance after, that'll pick it up and reflect beautifully. It's a very nice jacket. Very, very comfortable. Shoulders, very, very slightly padded. Okay. Now the trousers, as I mentioned, you'll notice the stripe down the side. Again, Italian silk. Okay. Trousers are actually very, very light. Suit jacket's quite heavy. I'm thinking red handkerchief. Maybe something more subtle than red. We could go like a blue handkerchief might look quite nice. Okay, trousers, the lapel. Okay, also have a little bit of a little bit of that trim on the pocket as well. As I said, 2 buttons on the waist, and then it's charcoal black. Good. I think that is exactly what you need. Good. Okay, now obviously we'll get you to try it on before you leave, and any final adjustments that we need we can get done, but I think that will fit you absolutely perfectly. Polished brown shoes, charcoal black trousers, charcoal black, and the pressed white shirt. Bow tie. You have bow ties? Okay. Depending on the code, I actually quite like a tie. I quite like a tie. Inquire with the charity and see if bow ties are mandatory. You shouldn't be mandatory in black tie because it's called black tie, but sometimes they do impose the bow tie. But I would go black tie over it. Okay, it's more of a word. They don't necessarily enforce it has to be black tie, but ask. If you can choose, I would go black tie. Black tie, I think it would look good. Okay, finally, cufflinks. I'm thinking silver, polished silver, maybe like burnished silver. Okay, I have two ideas in mind. I have a very plain but quite reflective sterling silver, or something a little bit more elaborate, maybe with some set diamonds that will pick up the line a little bit. Let me have a look. We could go something off the wall, something, something comical, but I think plain silver, or this silver with a little bit of flair. Let me get what I'm looking at here. No, I don't think that's what we want. Yeah. Okay. I'll go with these two. If you don't like these two, of course we have hundreds of these, but this is what I'm thinking. Okay, the plain silver. Okay, polished. Of course they will reflect the light very nicely. I'll take one out and you can have a little look at it. Okay, here you go. Reflective, very simple, but eye-catching in their own way. As I said, we want to be catching eyes but not turning heads. Okay, now they will get the job done, and they will complement your overall look nicely. However, I think maybe you'd be better served with something a little more ostentatious. How about these? Now, these 3 diamonds set on sterling silver. I'll take it out. You can have a little look. Now, they are, I think, exactly what you're looking for. They add just a little bit of charisma to your overall look without being too loud. But the plain sterling silver will look equally as nice. This just maybe adds just a little bit of something, you know. Know what I mean? What are you thinking? The silver or the diamond? These? I thought you might say that. I think we don't want to err on the side of being too reserved and too conservative with, how we're portraying you. I think this just adds that little bit of spice. Yeah, I think it mixes up the look just wonderfully. Good. No, I'm glad. Okay, let me just pop these in the box. Okay. How are you feeling? Okay. Well, we'll head over to the cash register. We'll obviously get you to try the jacket on, give you a look in the mirror to make sure that you're happy, but I think this is exactly what you should be wearing. Just make sure that the shoes are polished, nice bright polish, nice brown, contrast in the charcoal black. Be sure the shirt's pressed. Sorry, I'm a stickler for detail. I take great pride in our suits, and our tailor spends an enormous amount of his life creating these, and I like to see it done, with a bit of justice. Yeah. If I turn up at this charity event and see you with a crinkled up white shirt and dirty brown shoes, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. No, listen, it's absolutely my pleasure. as you can probably tell, I'm very enthusiastic about what we do here, and people can take a lot of confidence away with how they dress, and some people can draw strength from looking good, and I don't think that's anything to be ashamed of. A suit can really make a man in some cases. Of course, I would say that because I sell them, but no, it's absolutely my pleasure. Thank you so much for coming in today. So if you just head over to the till, we'll get you in the double mirror. Make sure you're happy with it. I'm pretty sure this will fit you like a glove. It'll fit you perfectly. If it doesn't, obviously, we'll have the tailor make the necessary adjustments. It's not until a few weeks away, so it's free of charge, as I said, and we'll do it the same day. Okay? Honestly, thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure and an honor. I wish you all the luck with your charity event, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. No problem at all. Thank you. Take care.